I'm very, very biased to that because I think, like I was telling you, it's a song that just got stuck in my head as soon as I heard it. The cost of comments, I'm reading it, and I'm like, this is for me. Like, that's really amazing. It's for me. And then there's one negative comment.
What is it about?
So one was like a full body shaming comment, like, oh, she looks pregnant or she's fat or something like that. And I'm just like, and a lot of people said, if you're being trolled and you're being made, like memes are being made about you and your thing, that means you are on the path to success because otherwise they're not going to go like that. If you're just nobody then.
Katchi Sera. So do you want to break out of that image or like you want to?
100%. I think as grateful I am, I've been actually called Katchi Sera on the road and Katchi Sera. I'm like, yes, that's not my name, but how I got up. So I'm like nothing to take away from that. I'm super grateful for that and I'll always be very grateful. But as an actor, you want to be known as many different things.
Hi everyone, welcome to CNN News 18's Showshaindia. Today we have Samyuktha Viswanathan as our guest. We know her from Katchi Sera and present released Suzhal 2, where she plays this role called Nach. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I just want to start by asking you, how did you get into this media beat, Katchi Sera, the film, the series?
I started with college itself. I started doing Viscom, which is not an easy decision, an easy path because my parents wanted me to do engineering, architecture. And it took a long time to convince them. Then when I said I wanted to do acting and modeling, they were like, I don't understand where is this change coming from and all of that. I started with Viscom. I started doing little modeling inside the college itself. A few ads. My first ad was a parachute ad, long back. And
You still have pictures?
I still have this one. I'm definitely sure actually that I have this. I don't you know how old I must have been. It was like 8 cooks of extra art. It was really nice, sweet ad that was there. I was very excited about it because I've seen all these ads on TV. And from then I was like, actually, I really enjoy doing this. And then I joined Little Theatre, which is a theatre company there. And that's when I realized that this is what I'm like.
Oh, you're part of Little Theatre.
Yeah, okay. So it was, oh yeah, you're not. I'm sure I would have read your articles also because every day we go and look for it. But so I was in Little Theatre, right? It's been many, many years now that I've been part of something. I think that's when I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy. Then was the task of convincing the bears. So it's nothing to do with cinema, nothing to do with film.
So what are your parents like?
They were bankers.
Okay.
One did BSc physics, one did BSc chemistry, and both end up as bankers. So completely different industry. But my dad, I used to watch films from a very young.
So because of it.
Yeah, because of them. So like, you kind of big sister in there. I do want to be an actor, but obviously it was like one and first fight game kind of thing. But I said, so I used that. I was like, do you want to be an actor? I'll be an actor. I want to do it. But they had their own concerns, very justifiable concerns. So they said, you go and do your master's. And then you come, but you can't go to India. Then I studied in New York University. Okay. I applied, I asked for scholarship. I won't be able to afford that. It's so expensive there. Got a scholarship, went and did Masters of Performance Studies at Tisch, and then studied acting there, worked there for a year. Came back during COVID, again started with Hans Schrock, she's big was how that's that. And then Katchi Sera happened. At a time when I thought, I made out want to let feel something of that. Studying in New York, okay. People who go abroad don't want to come back. I'm sure people who studied with you are like, I don't know, 24 LPA. 36 LP, whatever. But do you have those regrets that you didn't pursue them? Honestly, I didn't want to come back when New York. I really, more than anything, I loved the city. Like the people, the energy of the city. I would go and do very cheesy things. Like at 3 a.m., I go certain times where I just look at all the lights and like I can't believe I'm living here. I didn't want to leave the city. But my thing was wherever I am, I have to be acting. So that's what I have to be doing. Nothing else gives me that satisfaction, that happiness, being on a set. So if I'm not able to do it there, I have to at least do it here and sort of see where life is. So I'm still in touch with all my friends and I see them all doing really good stuff. And sometimes I also think, if I was there, what would I be doing? All of that. But here also there's so much of opportunities and so many things that are getting, that people are really growing and wanting to see more stuff. So super nice and pieces.
So how would Katchi Sera happen?
Katchi Sera was honestly out of nowhere because I remember I was with my family. I think it was during some family that like Christmas or something like that. I don't know. Can't be Christmas. Been before that actually. All of the family was together and Abhay called.
Okay.
He called me and said,
How many is going to be silent?
Sai me. And so Abhay called me and he sent me like, this is my profile. I'm a music director. And I spoke to him as I was just amazed by the musical talent that he had. And as soon as I got come, I was like, I want to do it. And he said, yeah, you do it. You should. No, but I want to do it. So I was really like the director's work, categories, so that scenes work before. So we had a meeting and all that together. It took a long time for us to actually go on to flows. Every now and then I'd be like, listen, I want to do this. Just making sure like nothing has changed. He's like, nothing has changed. We just have to get everything in order, get the days and all of that stuff set. And it happened and I really enjoyed the process of shooting it. We shot in one like call sheet.
One day.
One day itself. I used to don't know how Ken did it. When he called back up, I was like, there's no way we had enough footage, but there was actually extra footage. The whole team did a really good job, I would say.
How did Abhay come across you?
I think he was going through a lot of profiles at that point. He had seen through, I think, Instagram, social media and all of that stuff. Now and then I post like my dancing stuff and all of that, which I'm just very grateful he came across my work at some point because he was the one who called me and spoke to me directly. And then I spoke to Ken also. He had seen some of my work before that. And they said, yeah, I think this person will work. I don't know what the idea concept they had. They showed me like one vision board and one sort of their pitch deck. And I was like, this is perfect. I definitely want to be part of this. And all of that. They showed me the outfits, they plan, the feel. I was like, yes, for sure. So I think I'm sure they've seen other profiles before me also and it didn't work out. And I'm just very excited to work out so I could do that song. It's a very special song to me and at this day.
How did you like Asankuda? Like, honestly, tell me Asankuda.
I mean, Asankuda, Katchi Sera, I'll choose Katchi Sera. I'm very, very biased to that because I think, like I was telling you, it's a song that just got stuck in my head as soon as I heard it. And even before it released and all of that, just kept playing in my head over and over again. So I'm very biased to that song, obviously. But I think what I see in Abhay is very versatile. Like he's doing, that's a very, Katchi Sera is a completely different thing. Asankuda has like one little R&B sort of feel to it sometimes, and that nostalgic thing that happens. Then his next song is folk and all of that. So but I will choose Katchi Sera. How can I choose Epidemic?
I happened to see one of your interview where you were talking about how you were, like, there were a lot of comments about how you looked in Katchi Sera.
There were a lot of comments. And the thing is, if you get 10 positive comments and you see one negative comment, still it'll just keep bothering you in your head. That is there. It's a very, very sad.
Why did you want to look at the 10 comments? Because I'll tell you something. So when I wanted to interview you, I was asking my friends who were also journalists what their comment. Most of them is like, I wish I had. So you have a lot of friends, okay?
That's actually
So there are a lot of fans for you. But there is one comment that bothers you a lot. Like, why?
I think it's a very human brain psychology thing that we just get stuck to the negative thing that's there. And I'm a person who's generally very self-critical of myself. Like nobody can be harder on me than I am on myself. Like I don't need another critic. So when the comments came and I saw these nice comments, one part of me is like, do I really deserve all of these really nice comments? That is because it's the first time this much I didn't expect that much of popularity and fame. I didn't expect it to. I knew the song would be a hit. I didn't know how much it would help me personally. So it was very new to me. And the cost of comments, I'm reading it. I'm like, this is for me. Like, that's really amazing. It's for me. And then there's one negative comment.
What is it about?
So one was like a full body shaming comment. Like, oh, she looks pregnant or she's fat or something like that. And I'm just like, don't get stuck on it. Because I remember telling Ken, I think like in this side, we'll little bit. And he's like, you don't worry, I'll take care of it. Which he did. But people will still find a way to, attack you. And then, of course, I had to do the dance step wherever I went. And people, after find anything anything that's good also people will turn into something that is trolled. And a lot of people said, if you're being trolled and you're being made, like memes are being made about you and your thing, that means you are on the path to success, because otherwise they're not going to go like that. If you're just nobody then. But it was very hard for me to sort of deal with it. I would sit and like delete the comments, block it, spam it. And everyone would say, don't read it, don't read it. But I couldn't not. So finally, I think I had to develop, it's very important for me that happened, because I had to develop like thick skin to it. And even now when I meet people, they're all very nice about it. And they'll ask me also, did you feel bad when you had to do the steps some 100, 200 times? I said,
I'm very conscious. Like you were like everywhere they're asking me to do this step.
Honestly, first and foremost, I'm a dancer.
Right.
So I trained in dancing right from when I was a kid. So when someone asks me to dance, I'm going to be happy only. Like even in my house, like when I was a kid, my parents would be like, oh, Samyuktha will do a dance. I was a dancer performer of every event. So that was not an issue for me at all. It was only when it started negatively affecting me, or even like if people were getting tired of this, oh, she's doing the same step, or the song. I didn't want that image. I didn't want that. So that's when it started affecting me. It wasn't a personal sort of thing.
But you have now moved on. Now it's Nachi.
Now it's Nachi, which is like completely different.
So Nachi is basically a role in Solo 2, which is streaming on Amazon Prime. So tell me about that role, how you landed that series.
So that series, honestly, it was a dream come true. I had loved Pushkar Gayatri's work since like from the very beginning. Vikram Vedapal, I went rewatched and take notes about how well it's done. And Surat 1 was amazing. I wouldn't even have thought that I'd be in Surat 2. So this happened before Katchi Sera. It was before. I was like kind of a nobody at that point. And they just saw.
But doesn't seem like you landed Katchi Sera.
That's true. I think work now and then some work speaks for itself.
So you were not nobody?
I was not nobody. Thank you for saying that. No, but they asked me to do an audition. They just said, well, watch a film. Like, you know what I was auditioning for and all that. But I was very excited. I wanted to ace it. I'm like, whatever, I have to ace this. And I followed up after that a couple of times with the ADs. Like, have you heard anything back now? They said, no, sir and ma'am haven't yet come back. And they're working on something. As soon as they find out, we'll let you. And just like that, as soon as they found out, they said, you're shortlisted. We'd like you to come in to meet and all of that. And I was so excited. So I think if I'm not wrong, at this point, when I auditioned for this, we hadn't even shot Katchi Sera when I auditioned. And I didn't know that was going to happen in my life also. So it's very like now when I go back and I look at photos, very confusing and interesting how the timelines work. And when I met sir and ma'am, they were like, see, this is an ensemble show. It's not like a single lead. Would you still be interested? I was 100%.
But you know that film like series had like eight
yes,
on top of Aishwarya Raj.
Yeah.
How do you stand out? Like when you look at the script, how do you stand out? How do you like go about like
how to make myself here? I think lots of credit goes to them for writing characters that are so different and unique that you cannot compare. You cannot get confused between two of them because they have such specific characteristics. And they casted also actors that are so different from each other, but somehow still work together. Like very few, I would say the 8 of us, the 8 girls are very close. Like we're best friends now. So
before or
after we met, like we know of each other through work, through Instagram and all that, but we were never close. But after Cyril, like I truly can't imagine doing life without them. Like every little thing we put on our group together, guys, this happened today. What do you think I should do? And all that's how it is for all of us. So I can't really see, because I think I know everybody's personalities and how our strengths and all of that stuff. I can't see us getting casted for same roles.
Right.
So they've really done a brilliant job with casting as that way. So it's not when half the work is done for you, you only have to put in half the work to stand out. And at that point, it was the directors and the writers were so clear as to what they wanted from our character. Like I remember Brahma sir and Sarjun were very, very specific. They said, this character, this is she will not react more than this. She will not get more angry than this. She won't cry at this point. She'll be strong at this point. She won't. So those things we would literally sit and like note down in our scripts and write down really fast because they knew exactly what they wanted. All they had to do was just deliver it.
Because Nachi, there is a scene where she's going to an assault,
Yeah.
but she leaves it in left hand,
Yeah.
So how is so how is Nachi like? Is Samyukta as bold as Nachi?
I don't know if she's as bold as Nachi. She's definitely more sensitive than Nachi. Nachi, I think, is a very Nachi is very sensitive and emotional. I would say that because she's also out of the 8 girls, she's one of the more mature, one of the more like takes everything properly and then considers it and does it. But I would say Nachi leads with her heart, which I'm also like 100%. But that scene was very empowering for me, actually, to come out and immediately attack it or just take that 1 second to take it in and come out and scream and shout and, like straight up attack this person who's assaulted you. That's not something I've seen all the time, right? It's something, it's usually like we cry about it. And there's even that line when I tell Aishwarya Rajesh's character Nandini, I tell like this is not about sex, it's about power. I was like, this is so great that I get to say this line and do this. It's very empowering for me because I think Samyukta in that situation would definitely have a full breakdown before she might finally attack the person for sure and shout back, but she'll take a lot more time than Nachi took. So that was a note I took to myself, like deal with situations like this. That's pretty badass.
Your next 2 films. One is with Lokesh Kanarad's production, that is Mr. Bharath.
Mr. Bharath, yes.
I've seen Bharat's work.
Okay, yeah.
That's good, man. It's like, it's a unique kind of comedy, if you don't get it. But I think he has a huge fan base. And
he does, I've seen like in situations that if we're at set and all of that, they'll all run towards us, right? And sometimes you think they want to take pictures of both of us. No, they'll only take pictures of them and go, it's no problem, let the movie come out, then they'll take pictures with me also. So, because they're all big, like that whole YouTube channel for both Bharath and Niranjan, they have a big fan base. And I think that's definitely a plus point. I saw the videos, I would sit and watch the videos with my family and all of that.
do you like the sense of
I actually like it. I really like it. It's like very, you don't have to think too much. You can just sit back and laugh and it's easy. It's something that I think we need.
So what is the film like? Is it like the...
It's,
script?
it is, well, I don't know how, taking a YouTube skit into a 2.5-hour film is very difficult. But I think you'll definitely see a lot of the characteristics with the finally Bharath and Mr. Bharath. It's a wrong. It's just to sit and enjoy and something like a breath of fresh air is what I would like it to watch. So I play the lead, Bharath's love interest, and you can imagine a character like that trying to land a girl. And all of the little hiccups you go along
Does he?
and all of that you have to watch the movie to find out. So it's very interesting. I really like the character that was given to me, and the director is very, very sweet. Nanjan is really sensitive, really sweet. Anytime, like, just tell me whatever. If you have any inputs on the script, anything, just tell me and let me know. And he's very open to it, which I really appreciate. It's like teamwork.
And your other film with Amini.
Amni movies, yes. It's so that is
It's produced by Kushbu.
Kushbu Mamins on this season, yes. So that one is again a debut director, Ashwin Kanasamy, and it's a fantasy style. I don't even know how exactly they describe the genre. They put it
Fantasy rom-com.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very it's like a fusion of genres. And as soon as I listened to the narration, and I have to say Ashwin's narrations are brilliant. Like, he's really good at creating. And my mom and I listened to it, and instantly we were like, yes, 100% yes.
And she plays a role like in audience.
A big role, actually, because if she feels not good about a project, I definitely start thinking maybe this is not good for me, because the projects that she has felt some good thing about has worked. I mean, of course, everybody makes their mistakes and all of that stuff, but I won't do something. If my mom says, I don't think you should do this, I don't think it's going to work because of the story, I will think about that a lot.
And as a visual communication student, will you be going behind the camera?
Absolutely. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it into the universe. I will somehow find my way to directing, writing my own stories and directing. I think it'll take me a long time. At least I've kept a timeline of 5 to 7 years, because the things that directors go through before by the time they make a movie, and I've seen it firsthand, and almost all the directors I worked with, from the start of a movie to, they could kill me for seconds, but start of the movie to the end of the movie, they have a few gray hairs. So I'm just like, I really need to manage my stress and myself better before I get into it. I think it takes a completely different level of passion and dedication. We have sleepless hours, stressful nights, and all of that. But I'll find my way behind the camera. That's it.
And if you're making a film, how will it be?
It'll be like a coming of age sort of, definitely like a romedy kind of thing. I really like, oh God, how am I forgetting? Greta Gerwig's work.
Okay.
She's like an idol to me. I think she is amazing in what she does. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. These are like female characters. And then, of course, in India, if you see, like, I love Zoe Akhtar's work and all of that. And these are people that make, they're not necessarily making like heavy movies, but they leave you feeling something. That's what I want.
Right. And there is, whenever Samyuktha is known, she's known for Katchi Sera. So do you want to break out of that image, or like you want to?
100%. I think as grateful I am, I've been actually called Katchi Sera on the road, and Katchi Sera. I'm like, yes, that's not my name, but how I go, what's up? So I'm like, nothing to take away from that. I'm super grateful for that, and I'll always be very grateful. But as an actor, you want to be known as many different things, right? Like, I had an event recently, and I had a few people coming and telling me, oh, I'm a big fan from Katchi Sera. I also had a few people coming and saying, oh, we saw Sir too and we loved it. We loved you as Nachi. And that's what I want. It's not like I don't want one identity to go. I want it to be different.
Okay. And about Suzhal, they're a crazy fan for Suzhal because when it first came,
Yeah.
when you visualized Tamil, that scene responded. Now, the Suzhal 2 kept, there are a lot of people who are like very passionate about first.
Yeah.
I take it as own. So for them, this is kind of getting, okay, this is not that level. What do you have to say about that?
So, see, I understand on one level, because I remember when Suzhal came out, we were all glued to our TVs because it was somewhere around the dates of the pandemic, and we all wanted content. And most of the top content in India, if you saw on whichever streaming platform, was English or even Hindi. And I think Suzhal like broke records and really broke it and came out as this Tamil series that's doing amazingly and put us on the map, So when in that kind of situation, when you're already going through, like, I consider the pandemic like collective trauma for everyone, and you're all already going through that, and you watch the show that redefines something for you, you're going to get emotionally attached to it. So there were some people, they come and tell me also, people say different things. Some say, oh, I really like Sir 2 more. It was very empowering for me. Like, I had someone come and say, it was so empowering, like the climax, like I cried, it was amazing. Some say, I don't think it matched what I felt about Sir 1. And I think it's a lot to do with emotional comment at the end of the day. Of course, I have a favorite, and even if I try to be objective, I'll say objectively, I like Sir 2 better. They're like, no, you're biased, which is fair. But because for me also it was empowering.
I do be seeing Samyuktha. Where do you go from here? And there's 2 films.
At this point, honestly, one thing I've realized is the plans are never working out as you want them to. Like, at this point, I would have wanted at least one of my films to have released.
Right.
What about
you? Regret the break or a gap?
Not regret, because I don't think there's anything I could have done for it. I think I constantly worked as much as I could, and was also very cautious about not getting diluted and not just immediately signing like multiple projects and then people getting tired of seeing me, because already people were tired of me doing one dumpster. So I didn't want that to become, I said, okay, I'm fine with taking time with quality stuff. And I had some really good mentors like from Little Theatre and stuff who were very, very saying be patient. It's okay. So I won't say I regret it, but I'm a very impatient person. So it's something that I want things to happen still. But I would say I'm content with the kind of work I'm doing. Like, if you had told 20-year-old Samyuktha that you're going to be able to do so to with this team that, they're going to become best friends with you. You're going to work with Pushkar Sir, and it's just a very creatively satisfying team. I want to be with. So these are all, I think, signifiers of you're on the right path. It's just a very long path.
All the best for the part.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to CNN News 18 Shosha. Thank you.